All right, everyone. Welcome to Big Motherfucking Crab Trucker. This is a delightful and simple role-playing game about being big crabs that are truckers. Just for a sense of scale here, you're about 300 pounds. You got beady little eyes and 8 legs, a pair of pincers as heavy as a bag of, I quote this, fucking plutonium claw hammers. With us today are 2 intrepid crabs.
I'm Garm and I'll be playing Johnny One Claw.
And I'm Matt. I'll be playing Grabby McStabby.
Fantastic. So, since we're playing a very simple system, there's no sort of sense of class here or classes. There's generally 3 abilities that we need to have covered. We need a driver, a fighter, and a lifter. You each get 3 traits outside of one of those.
Well, I like fighting. I like grabbing and I like stabbing.
I can drive. I've only got 1 claw, so I'm not the best at lifting, but
Perfect. Maybe you lost it in the war.
the war.
Damn crustaceans. They took everything.
Perfect. So Garm will be our driver, our 1 claw, and Matt will be our fighter and lifter. So you've got other choices for traits too. These can be whatever you want to make up, and it's whatever you're good at, so you'll basically get what equivocates to an advantage roll.
Okay, first 2, grabbing and stabbing. Grabby McStabby has these massive pincers, but their weapon of choice, a small itty-bitty knife, which they wield with the utmost dexterity and lethality.
Shit, man, I don't know what else to do as a crab.
Could be making souffles. It could be drawing pretty pictures.
Yeah, all right. I'll take drawing pretty pictures, and sneaky. I need 1 more. I want to be fast.
Fast. All right, that works for me.
I think my 3rd will be hitting the motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Shit, I should write this down. I don't remember what my first one was. Fuck.
Drawing pretty pictures and driving.
Excellent. All right.
All right. So to set the stage here, you guys are at a truck stop in the Nevada desert. You've heard from your sources that Miles, the crab goddess, has tasked you with a delivery across Death Valley to some kind of party in Black Rock Desert. You've been asked to ensure that this truck full of goods makes it to the party by sundown. You've also been asked to help out anyone along the way because that's just the crab cold. It's about an 8-hour trip, and you wake up in the morning shaking off your carapace to a fresh new shed. We'll say that Garm sits outside, and the truck's stopped chromed gas pumps reflect the growing morning light of a sun just beginning to show its inclination to kill. Feeling the heat soak through your legs get you moving in the direction of the rest of the facilities to try to find Matt. So you guys should be looking for your respective partners for your delivery today.
God damn it, Grabby, where the hell are you?
Somewhere in one of the bathroom stalls, Grabby McStabby is shaking off all the previous nights of drinking. There heave in a big one in the can. They maybe drink a little bit too much on the job after all the grabbing, and eventually they compose themselves and head out of one of the stalls and find Johnny One Claw, angrily, I suppose, looking around. Hold your crustaceans, Johnny. Just had to compose myself. And Grabby McStabby will hork a large loogie into some garbage can or spittoon near.
That's disgusting and vaguely horrifying. We got work to do.
Aye, more grabbing and more stabbing need to be done today.
All right, so the first thing you're going to have to do is to load your truck full of cargo. There's a shipping area, and there appears to be a lobster behind the counter.
And do we hate lobsters?
That's
It's up
a
to
good
you.
question. How many legs do they have?
Good question.
I think lobsters is 8, isn't it?
8, yes.
Okay. Look, I've lived in a landlocked province my whole life. I'm not really sure.
We're gonna call them long crabs from now on. Hey, long crab, what you doing? This is our truck.
Yeah, I'm just doing my job. What about you?
Is he loading cargo right now?
No, it's kind of a shipping desk clerk kind of person.
Oh, he's taking notes. He's a note taker.
He is hard to read. Reading his antennae is very difficult for you as a crab. But they do seem to be twitching back and forth.
All right.
We need our stuff. We got hauling some stuff. Lobby.
Well, isn't that a surprise? A crab hauling a long haul trucker. Never heard of that one. He shoves some papers your way. Go ahead and sign here. On these forms seem to indicate that whatever you're hauling is in a frozen, climate-controlled.
I will sign all of the places on the form.
All right. That's good. Shuffles some papers up and puts them in a folder. All right. So go see the back dock. You'll see the loaders in the back loading all your. I imagine you mosey on over, right? There's a nice little viewing window.
Yep.
There are several octopi in leather aprons that seem to be loading several crates of styrofoam wrapped containers into a shipping container. For a few minutes they go on, and they eventually lock it up, and they sort of all turn to face you at once and then sort of motion you to pull back. Little creepy.
That's mildly unsettling.
I think they want you to back up the truck, Johnny.
Aye. We'll go outside and back up the truck.
All right. So we can go ahead with our first roll here. Give me a driving check. So since you are the driver, you get to roll 2d8. Actually, it's 3.
So that's a total of 13.
That'll do it. That's plenty good. You manage not to shear off any of your sick crop, and you hear a locking sound, and it's ready to go. So I guess you're both getting in the truck.
I get in the passenger side.
I put on my catching deer's hat and my shades and light a cigarette. Ready to go.
Magnificent. Is that your cigarette? Oh no, that's your third. So you pull out of the truck stop, and as is tradition, you pinch the radio on. There's only one station for crabs, and there's only one that you could ever love. CRBT, Crab Truckin' and something radio. And this little song begins to play. So, looks like you got a long day of driving ahead. Anything that's pressing on your minds, you want to get out and put in your partner. Or maybe you want to talk about that smell in the cab. It smells like rotten egg.
It's probably rotten egg.
Yeah, rotten eggs.
Reminds me of the war.
You hit a little bump in the road, and the sort of dashboard storage opens, and there's a crate of eggs. They're rotten.
A crate of what, sorry?
A crate of eggs, and it's all rotten.
Ah, I forgot I stored these here.
God damn it, Grabby. Should have called you Filthy McFilthy.
Hey, that hurts my... Hold on, I had a list of crab puns here. I knew I had one for this. Oh, stop. Stop being such a crab is a bit too on the nose. Whatever, I tossed the eggs out the window. Food for the birds.
So in the mirror, as you go by, you see a swarm of what you would call baby crabs. They're about 200. They sort of unearth themselves from the desert and quickly, feast on the eggs before digging themselves back in.
Grabby, you ever think about how horrifying our life cycle is? It's fucked up.
I tried not to.
Good on you.
All right. So after what looks like about an hour of driving, the road starts to get a little bit more patchy. There's a lot of big craters, and there's potholes that might need some maneuvering to get. You also probably want to make sure that your cargo's tied down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, before we hit the horrible pothole hell because U.S. infrastructure is bad, I'd like to stop, light another cigarette, and check on our cargo, which I hope hasn't erupted into horrible monsters to eat all of us.
All right. So you light your cigarette with your crab claws, which is an amazing dexterous act, to be honest. And you open the back, and all of these styrofoam containers are sitting there, and there's about 13 of them or so. And they sort of had slid a little bit because they're not tied down at all.
Friggin' octopi. Octopodes. Whatever. Can't tie a goddamn thing despite having 8 tentacles. Are any of them like damaged or just sliding the
They
boat?
look like they're pretty good. There's a few minor dents in the styrofoam, but nothing. All right. So let's get our lifter to roll a tie for.
Well, tying a knot is just a mixture of grabbing and stabbing. Grab the rope, stab it through. Grab the rope, stab it through. I'll try my hand at tying it down.
I feel like that's
All right.
broadly true.
I don't know enough about it to dispute it. Give me another D8 because it's stabbing activity as you've just. Perfect. They're nice and tight, and they're oddly not stabbed for being stabbed.
You just gotta know where to stab. Stabbing will save your life one day.
Stabbing saved my life back in the jungles of Viet Crab.
Tell us about Viet Crab.
The Viet Crab War was a long and deadly one. in those great half-flooded jungles. They flooded the place with Agent Cyan, trying to flood out the crab Valerie crab. Put myself into assuming that we're also fighting crabs there. I guess that's okay. Fighting the Viet crab army in their little they're the burrowing kind, the one that makes traps, jumping over their little holes and snip and stab and stab with the crab K-47s. I still have nightmares about it every time I hear the rat-tat-tat deep in the night.
Is that where you lost your claw?
No, that was a completely unrelated accident.
Sounds like a story for another time.
Yeah.
All right. You guys gonna get back on the road?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a drive check for dodging all of these little potholes and craters of the crumbling United States infrastructure project.
I got 10.
Well,
Do I call you Crab Master or what?
yes, absolutely. Please
Okay.
call me that forever.
Alright, I got a 10, Crab Master.
Perfect. That's not good enough. So you hit a big damn hole would be nice. It's really more of a crater. And you hear at least one tire explode as the truck careens back and forth.
Goddamn pothole. I think it go in and stabbed her tires.
God damn it, Krabby, don't you see what's happening? That's the Viet crab, it's an ambush!
I pull out a gun. Where do I stab? Where do I stab?
You don't stab with a gun? What?
It's stabbing from a distance.
Tenuous, but I like the initiative. We can't stop, Gravy. We have to keep going or they will swarm us.
So you're going to press on with broken tires,
Yo.
flashbacks.
Krabby McStabby starts shooting cactuses. What color were they? Were they green? There's one!
They can come in any color. They were clothing.
All right. So we got a new song coming on the radio as you're having your Viet crab flash. There's a noticeable pull to the right now as you're driving. You gonna keep on?
I feel like eventually I'm gonna calm down. Like once we put a couple of miles rather between us and the Viet crab, I'd like to pull over and take a look at the damage that those damn those damn crabbies. I'd like to take a look at the tire.
All right. Well, the damage sustained by the alien landing site on the freeway. You get out and you look, and it looks like you've got two tires that have exploded just below the second axle on the rear.
Dang on it, Johnny. Looks like those Viet Congs really set some mighty traps. Blew out two tires.
Viet Conch. Why the fuck didn't they call them the Viet Conch? God damn it.
They're the Viet Conch now.
Yo.
Yeah.
Under French rule, they were called Octo China.
All right. So the process for changing a tire, as you know from your years of trucking education at the Theological Academy of Crab Road, it requires a lift and a repair action.
Well, I'm good at grabbing, and I can stab up after grabbing it.
I feel like I can repair that.
All right.
I'm going to try and do the good old grab and stab to basically lift up one corner of the trailer and then get down low and feel like I'm stabbing this guy.
You know, lifting is just a form of stabbing.
Grabbing and stabbing is just another form of a lifting.
Absurd.
All right, give me a 3d8 for your lift of the staff. Perfect. All right. Johnny One Claw, let's see you change with tire with one claw.
Is that 3d8 or 2?
That'll be 2, unless you can describe repairing as something like one of your.
This is in no way like drawing pretty pictures, unfortunately. 2d8 it shall be. Oh, I got a 9, Crab Master.
Well, that doesn't work out so well. You try to pinch the spare and pull it on, but it keeps sliding through your grip. Your claw can't stretch quite right enough to get all the way around the tire. So it's like a crab trying to grab a beach ball.
You'd think our technology would be designed more ergonomically.
It's just how it is.
I'd like to suffer from phantom crab limb pain.
Ooh, that could be interesting.
Only I still had both my claws.
Give me a d20.
It's a 6.
No, you failed to manifest a ethereal lost crab. Maybe
Unfortunately.
next time.
Such is life when you're a crab trucker.
All right. Well, it takes a while because you keep slipping, but you eventually do manage to get it back on. It takes you about a half hour to do this. So, I guess we'll head back on the road if there's nothing else.
Yep.
Yeah, changing the tires just like stabbing, just in a circular motion.
There's more to life than just grabbing and stabbing, grabbing and stabby. Although I can see why you may think otherwise.
Grabbing and stabbing's all you one needs. The solution to every problem.
Not every problem, Grabby. I was in love once, you know. I'm not going to elaborate on that.
With that clam chick,
Hell yeah.
wasn't gonna work out. I told you she was no good for you.
I was no good for her either. But together, we were something better. And then I'll mash the gas pedal.
All right. So you're rolling a little bit of coal while you do that. Time passes. The cab is a little hot now, given that it's about, I don't know, somewhere between dying when you go outside and dying slower when you go out. I don't know if crabs can sweat, but you would if you could.
Hey Johnny, did you fix the AC? It's hot.
I don't think we ever had AC.
There's that mysterious button on the dashboard that you've never pressed.
What about that button?
Alright, Grabby, stab the button.
I stabbed the button.
The engine shuts off.
Perhaps we should. Well, that's not good.
I don't think that was the AC, Johnny.
Yeah, Grabby, could you try stabbing the button again?
I'll stab the button the second time.
Okay, so just as you're starting to slow down to a crawl, the engine starts back up again. I guess you never turned the engine off.
The outrageous questions I'm not going to think about just yet.
Do you think that might be, bad for the environment? As we look at this arid wasteland.
I don't think I've
Did you
ever I haven't done anything good for the environment before, and I'm not about to start yet. Not about to start yet. Whatever. I'm a crab. I don't have to speak good English.
In the distance, there's a few pterodactyls, or as crabs call them, pterodactyl.
Goddamn pterodactyls.
What do you think they're circling over?
Probably just the corpse of an unlucky soul caught deep in crab vata wastes. No way, it's actually Nevada, isn't it?
Yeah.
Deep in the Nevada wastes. I'm sorry, I get confused sometimes. It's all Agent Cyan they expose me to. It's the color of blood, Grabby. It's the color of our blood.
Every time you say agent, I keep thinking it's Agent Xylitol.
I don't know what that is.
It's a chewing gum flavoring for no calorie chewing gum.
Horrifying. All right. I mean, I'm currently drinking sugar-free Monster, so I can't say much.
Oh yeah, I drink that every morning.
Hashtag not sponsored.
So time passes yet again as the pterodactyls in the desert distance sort of slowly fall to the ground in their circles before they fly back up and drop some kind of antelope on the ground. Ah, just another day.
Ain't nature beautiful, Johnny?
It sure is, Grabby. And we're going to destroy all of it. Excellent.
So deep, deep, far ahead, there is a mirage on the road.
Grabby, do you see that thing ahead? Looks like it may be a crab barn. Perhaps a giant animatronic rabbit. I'm not quite sure.
It looks like a Denny's?
A Denny's, huh? I haven't been to a Denny's since... Well, it's been a while.
As you pull closer, you do in fact see it is a Danny's.
We were close. Got letters in the slightly wrong order.
In front of this Danny's seems to be what looks like a hitchhiker. It's pretty damn hot outside. It'd be a shame to let the sun have this one. You know that no one outside of a Danny's is in a good situation.
I'd like to come to a stop. Can't leave this person for the pterodactyls.
Should I grab him? Where have we put him?
No. What kind of person are they?
So ahead is a crab person. The crab person is wearing what looks like a stuffed animatronic rabbit hat. And it's got, it's one claw up in the air, sort of clacking in the same motion that hitchhikers are known.
Do we have enough space for another crab?
You do. You can fit him in the cab, or you can ask him to ride in the back with the ice cream.
We'll fit him in the cab.
All right. Well, hey, guys. My name's Sammy. Thanks so much for stopping. Where y'all heading?
We're headed to Vegas, right?
Black Rock Desert.
Black Rock Desert, right?
Well, that'd be just fine. I'm down here from LA, looking for a dirt bike tournament, some big old park.
Where's the dirt bike?
It's in Black Rock Desert.
Well, a strange coincidence. That's just where we're headed. I'm Johnny One Claw.
I'm Grabby McStabby.
Lovely to meet y'all. I'm just Sammy. Johnny One Claw, where'd you get one claw from?
It's just such a weird way to phrase it. Not like, where did you lose your claw? Like, where'd you get that claw? I was born with this claw.
Yeah, that checks out.
I was born with another claw too, but well, that's life, ain't it? Ain't it, Sammy?
It sure is. Sammy does like this little shuffle in the seats that sort of imitates Dan. You know, I don't know what y'all are good at, because we all know crab people are good at 4 things. But I'll go ahead and share if you will. I'm good at dancing. I'm good at laying drywall, painting, and I got a shell harder than diamond.
Well, I'm good at driving, and I'm real fast on my scuttlers, and I can paint real pretty pictures. Sneaky too.
I'm good at fighting, grabbing, stabbing, and hitting a motherfucker with another mother.
Wow, y'all sure are interesting. Sammy takes out a pair of crochet needles and starts to crochet.
The very image of a crab trying to crochet is killing me.
What do you say he was good at? Dancing, laying drywall, and hard or something?
Painting, and has a shell harder than diamond.
Shell harder than diamonds. Got it. Didn't mention crochet.
No, and in fact, the crocheting is of exceptionally poor quality.
Checks out.
Checks out.
All right, we'll hit the road with our new friend and their questionable crocheting.
Awesome. As you start to pull off, you hear a sort of clicking noise in the back of the truck, but it settles down after a minute.
Johnny, were you hearing clicking?
I think I was, Grabby. I'd take a look behind me, but I can't move the section of my head that has my eyes distinctly from the rest of my body, which makes that a little bit difficult.
How long have we been driving since getting the new companion?
Since getting Sammy, about 5 to 10 minutes.
Sweet. Hey, Johnny, I got faith in my grabbing, stabbing, you know, and I make like a tying motion with my hand, like the thing, like what do you call it, crochet?
Yeah, it's like a form of it's a form of stabbing, actually.
Yeah. Because you grab and then you stab. Yeah. Johnny, let me just check on the back. I just want to make sure nothing got out.
Yeah, alright. I could use another cigarette. I'll pull over to the side.
I go to the back.
All right. So as you're pulling off the road and slowing down, you hear this sort of loud crashing sound. It sounds like a coconut full of soft serve ice cream getting hit by a sledgehammer.
Oh crap, I hope that wasn't a coconut full of soft serve ice cream getting hit by a sledgehammer. Not again.
I'll open the back.
Well, you get around back and you don't actually have to open it because it looks like someone has taken bolt cutters to the back and has, well, dug into some of the pallets and eaten them. And in the process of that, they've shorn off some of the ties, and a pallet of ice cream has fallen on the road.
The hell? Johnny?
Yeah, what's up, Grabby? And I'll scuttle back there.
Something got into the back.
Oh gosh darn son of a seahorse. Or as we call them, horses.
So it's been like the back door's been torn off.
It's just been opened. Truck doors are usually secured by a chain and a lock. Someone tore the chain and just opened it.
Looks like something torn the chain. I don't see nothing. Might still be inside.
I'd like to go inside.
All right. It's a dramatic shift in temperature as you get inside. If this was some kind of hardcore RPG, I'd ask if the temperature differential was going to crack your shell, but I'm not. So you hear a bit of rustling behind one of the crate pallets.
Hey, interloper. Come out with your claws up.
It sort of slowly peeks a long beak out of the back of the crate, and it clacks at you.
Oh, son of a bitch, it's got a claw on its face.
That right there is a freak, Johnny. Well, I'm gonna go grab it.
All right. Are you gonna dig your claw into the pallet to sort of grab?
Yeah, we're gonna go for this thing. We'll see if stabbing's necessary after I figure out what it is.
All right. Give me a 2d8 for grab. And I'm going to make our first no fucking way roll, which is where either I dispute you, you dispute me, or you dispute each other. And we see who rolls highest to determine what happens.
Damn.
No fucking way. You reach your hand and you slosh it around with a bunch of ice cream, but you just can't quite reach.
This stuff's cold. I can't feel the end of my claws.
All right, Grabby. Just keep him distracted. I would like to try and sneak over behind this mysterious creature. And
All right.
yeah. Would you like me to roll for that?
Well, it's inside the crate.
What's inside the
pallet.
crate?
Yeah. You could try to come at it from the other side.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll have to do. Get back around and try and stab it with my one claw.
All right. Give me a stab roll.
2d8?
Yeah.
That's a 10, Crab Master.
No fucking way. Aww. All right. You reach in, you grab your claw into the crates, and you pull out what looks like a juvenile pterodactyl. Looks like it carjacked you.
How in the hell did this crack through a chain?
He could have it on him somewhere.
Could have the chain on him?
Bolt cutters.
Oh, these things are like sapient. Oh god, okay. I will... I'm gonna pull it out of the ice cream and, Jesus.
I only got one claw.
I've only got one claw, yeah.
I'll try and find it.
All right. Let's do a contested. I think that searching through things is kind of like stabbing.
I would say it's similar to stabbing. You stab your hands in there and see if you can find something, and then you grab it.
All right. Give me 3d8.
15, Crab Master.
All right. You shake it out, and a few things fall on the ground. There's a pair of bolt cutters, what looks like a pewter spoon, and a half-drunk bottle of beer. It starts squawking at
The beer?
you. The pterodactyl.
Underage drinking among the terrors is a real, or the terrors, sorry. It's a real problem. It's a blight afflicting rural communities, ain't it, Grabby?
Yes, indeed, Johnny.
Drives me
What do you
to
think we ought to do with them?
I think we all just chuck them out the back and be on our way. Keep the bolt cutter for ourselves.
What about all the ice cream you ate, Johnny?
And we can just kind of smooth it over.
How much did he actually get through?
He's gone through about a row of styrofoam containers, and there's about 6 in it.
Wow.
In the like 5 to 10 minutes that we've been here, or that we've been
Those pterodactyls are vicious.
apparently.
Okay. So there's like 6 pallets, and he's gotten through, like, I guess, a sixth of our.
Well, a sixth of a sixth.
Okay.
Sixth of the sixth. Okay. That's still quite a bit, actually.
So you're gonna be checking him out the back.
Yeah.
All right. You check him out the back, and he sort of rolls in midair and starts flying away as ice cream spatters on the road as he goes.
We'll seal up the rest of the truck, I suppose, after securing the cargo.
I heard that you wanted to smooth it over. Is that right?
Yeah, that way nobody will ever know.
That sounds like drawing a pretty picture.
It sure does, doesn't it? So, 3d8?
Yeah.
I got an 8. Crabmaster.
Well, it's not going too good. After a few minutes of the artistic rendition of the flat side of a pallet, Sammy will come on back, and it just happens that he's really good with drywall. But he's not good at this. It kind of looks not great, but it probably won't melt out.
Well, hopefully that'll be good enough. We'll seal up the back and hit the road again.
All right. Another hour or two passes. Sammy tells you all about his time working at Crab, which is a kind of fast food joint. Apparently, you're not supposed to eat the tacos.
Why's that?
Well, the tacos are, you could say they're locally sourced.
What, like from a sustainable facility, or?
Not a facility. I don't know about sustainable. I guess that depends.
It's roadkills, what he's saying.
Sometimes, yeah, but not always. Sometimes, customers real mad. Some words are exchanged and they don't show up again.
Not until Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, you got the idea. So, a lovely little chime plays in the cab. It sounds kind of like a nutcracker. This means that you are halfway to your destination.
I'm glad that we have a channel specifically for that.
It's meant to keep your spirits up. Hey, y'all, I'm hungry.
How long has it been since we've eaten, I suppose?
It's been 4 hours since you got on the road. It's up to you how long it was before.
Hey, Johnny, is there a pit stop around here somewhere?
I don't know, Crabmaster, is there some kind of, like, Crab Donald's or Oceanides or...
Well, you missed the Danny's, but you see a street sign in the distance for exit 436. There looks to be 2 restaurants. One called Los Mexicanos or Silver Corral. Those are on the left and right turns off the freeway.
Well, left turn it is. Wait, was Los Mexicanos the place we were just warned about?
Yeah.
Well, left turn it is.
All right, left turn. You pull up next to a large fake adobe sided restaurant in a shopping center. The sign out front says Los Mexicanos. There is a happy little cactus as its logo.
Oh, what a cute little cactus.
Y'all sure we should be here? I'm not so sure about this.
You said you were hungry.
I know, but this is one of those human restaurants.
No, wait, humans exist?
Well, yeah. Who do you think makes the trucks?
I try not to think about the deeper details of society. I'm a crab, I drive a truck. That's life. And I, a crab who drives a truck, am deeply craving a double Dorito Quesadilla with extra frijoles and a jumbled crumble stopper.
I wonder if they got a burger.
I somehow doubt that. I'd like to go on in and order a double whatever the fuck I just said.
You got any nachos?
So you walk into this regular human Mexican restaurant, a giant crab, which says, "Y'all got any nachos?" It's very quiet as soon as you say that. It's definitely made for and by humans, but the hostess says, "Yes, we can probably get you a seat, I guess, if you want this food anyway."
Yeah. Give me a double... Fuck, I don't even remember what I said. I think it ended in like French Sadala or something. Give me a quesadilla.
Quesadilla. Okay.
Double the quesadilla.
All right. So you're shown to your table. It's in the very back of the restaurant, and it's several crates that are just sort of stacked up. This is actually a loading dock. And 15 minutes pass. You finally get a waiter to come by and take your... Hey there, welcome to Los Mexicanos. What can I get you to drink?
Beer?
No,
What kind of beer?
I think they call it cerveza here, man.
The good kind?
How about a Miller Lite?
Is it beer?
Technically, yeah.
Good enough.
Sammy orders an iced tea. Yeah, I like them iced tea. You know, just like we make down south, all right? I better see sugar in the bottom of this glass, or I'm gonna catch you.
Wait, that's intentional?
Kind of, yeah. Depends on how you make it.
I had American sweet tea for the first time like 2 weeks ago, and I was shocked by the grains of sugar. Okay then.
That's the crunch at the end of the drink.
I don't like it. Just give me a shot of vodka. I need to drive after this.
Okay. All right. So 30 minutes pass. You're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting. You've eaten several tortilla chips, and your drinks are right. Well, what can I get you guys to eat, huh? I bet you're hungry. You guys are sure big and a little threatening, but I'd be loving it.
Yeah, quesala with extra quesada.
Quesala with extra quesala, Cool Ranch, or nacho cheese.
Both.
Got a double, all right.
And I'll have some nachos, like 10 of them.
10 orders of nachos? Did I hear you right, sir?
Yeah, I'll eat some here, but I'll have some for the road.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll get right on. And you little crab, what can I get you? Can I get a burger? Um, we don't have burgers. Oh, guys, what should I get?
Nacho cool quesada thingy.
Nachos are good.
Can I get a nachos and a one cosada? Let me get that barbecue flavor. All right, I'll be right back with your order. Another 30 minutes pass. Another 15 minutes.
As soon as we get to 30 minutes, I go, "Hey Johnny, can you hold down the phone? I'm just gonna make sure the cabin's still locked up."
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I excuse myself.
All right. You walk outside and looking around.
Yep.
Well, you've got your 3-foot wheels, your 20-foot smokestacks, your flame decals. Those are all good. Across the road, you see what looks like a guy in a bunny outfit, except it's got no head. It's just standing there in the middle of the damn desert staring at
Does that bunny outfit look like the one our friends kind of?
It's got the same purple fur.
Okay then. I come back in. Hey Sammy,
Yeah,
there's some bunny-looking guy outside missing a head. You related?
what makes you say that?
He's the same purple.
Well, we all got the same color carapace. That don't mean nothing.
Ah, they're just kind of staring.
Well, guys free to stare, I guess.
Grabbing McStabby doesn't know what to do with this. He can't think of a way to apply grabbing or stabbing to the situation, so he goes back to eating nuts.
Speaking of which, your food has finally arrived. Now, Grabby McStabby has 20 orders of nachos. You know those big server plates that have like, you can put like 8 dishes on? There's like
Yep.
4 of those.
Nice.
Nice.
Now, Johnny, you have what looks like a dinner plate that would be used to serve like a Thanksgiving turkey. Instead, it's some kind of concoction. It's hard to describe. It's like an enchilada inside an enchilada inside 20 more enchiladas and surrounded by a ring of Doritos chips.
Yeah, that looks about right. I'd like to
It's
eat
like
it.
it's like a super Mexican lasagna.
That sounds like hell, actually. But Johnny doesn't give a shit. Johnny's gonna eat that.
Cool. Sammy takes a few bites out of the nachos and the quesadilla, and he eats it. He's not too happy, but he's fine. So that took about an hour and 15 minutes. What are you going to do with your leftovers and how are you going to pay?
Give me a sec.
Bold of you to assume we have leftovers.
I was gonna take some to go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna finish. Finish
I
all
pay
mine.
with mollusk card.
With who?
Mollusk card.
I'm gonna pay with
It's a credit.
cash.
It's a credit card.
Oh, God. All right. She takes the check, and Sammy gets up and says, I'm going to take a little walk real quick, get this, this weight out of my stomach, but I'll meet you back at the truck.
All right, don't take too long.
All right. About 10 minutes later, your check comes back, and shortly thereafter, Sammy's right behind. He's looking a little redder.
You okay there, Sammy?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, good. Let's get back trucking.
All right.
Feel weird when I'm not in a truck, you know.
Feels like you don't even belong in this world.
Yeah, it's my strange.
All right. Pile on back into the truck. And as you're pulling away, you catch sight in your rearview mirror of a headless bunny rabbit laying in the.
Laying in the what, sorry?
A what?
Where's the headless bunny rabbit laying?
It's laying sort of where it was standing, just off to the side in the desert waste.
I don't know. On a scale of 1 to 10, that's mildly unsettling.
That would be just about doing it. So taking a turn back onto the highway, you focus your beady eyes right on the horizon. It's go time.
Yep. All the way out to Black Rock.
All right. Let us take a little quick break, if you don't mind. I need
Yeah,
to
for
get
sure.
a little drink from out.
Hey,
Yep, no problem.
We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Some time passes, and you are back on the highway. This sort of voice comes over the radio. Seems like it's a crossfade, a kind of frequency picked up from another frequency. Have you ever thought about your place in the world? Crabs have asked that question since the start of our great race. Where am I? Where do I come from? What's with all these pterodactyls? What's with those humans? Why am I driving a truck? These are all questions crabs have all asked. but no one has the answer. Shop, Arby's.
Really
Hey,
makes you
Johnny.
think. Yeah, what's up?
What's an RB?
It's 2 letters. I think it stands for rhythm and blues.
That doesn't sound like country.
I know. And the humans are some strange people.
That's all.
Boy, don't I know it. Sammy adjusts this decapitated animal head on its top of its sort of carapace head.
Hey, Sammy.
Yeah.
Why do you have a decapitated animal head?
Oh, it's not an animal. Not anymore. I just like the way it looks. I think it makes me look fashionable, like a big city crab.
Fair enough. And then we keep driving.
As you're driving, you can't help but notice that something's starting to feel a little wrong in your crab guts. It's hard to pin down where, since none of you never had no need for crab anatomy. But that Mexicanos might be going places you don't want to follow.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah, grab it.
Do you feel a little off?
I'm always on. They'll never catch me off.
I try to ignore it.
Me too.
All right. You're both able to ignore it for about another 5 minutes or so. But you're able to hold it a little longer than you think because you start hearing cop sirens behind you.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah, Grabby.
Do you see them flashing lights in the mirror there?
Sure do. I'd like to wave them around.
You shove your monstrous crab claw out of the window and sort of wiggle it back and forth. How are you holding onto the steering wheel while this is happening?
Open for the best.
All right. So the truck is sort of waving back and forth as you wave your claw outside. He's still behind you.
Well, if he doesn't want to pass, he can just stay there, for all I care.
I don't know about y'all, but I can't go back to jail.
What do y'all mean, Sammy?
Them's the cops. They're going to pull you over and they're going to take me back to jail.
Why are they going to take you to jail, Sammy?
Tax fraud.
Some things just ain't forgivable. As I grab Sammy and huck him out the window, he'll be fine. His shell's hotter than anything.
I've heard that somewhere. Alright, well, that seems like a problem solved.
I'm gonna have to no fucking way you there. So that's kind of a stabbing operation, I guess.
It's a grab and stab out the window.
All right, give me a roll for. Oh shit.
It's either 14 or 22. Take your pick.
He's fucked either way. He can't beat that. Okay. Well, you toss Sammy out of the window, and he sort of skids along the road and down across the desert, kind of like a rock thrown across a pond. The cop is still behind you.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't see Sammy.
All right. You're going to be ignoring the cop. A few more exits, and several other cop cars are now following you.
I'm starting to think they may want something to do with us.
Reckon?
I do.
Do you think they might be going to that motorcycle exit?
It's possible. Possible. Maybe we should help lead the way. Like we got ourselves a convoy here, Grabby.
If I could play convoy right now, I would.
We continue driving.
Yep. I would like to honk the horn in celebration and continue driving.
All right. A few more exits go by, and what looks like another big long hauler truck pulls onto the highway behind you, and it's colored in cop color, rolling coal right next to you. There's a cop with patrol sunglasses looking at you and sort of waving you down with a claw. Pull over!
I think he wants us to pull over.
Well, I suppose that's the neighborly thing to do for a fellow trucker. We'll pull over.
You pull over?
All right. So the big rig pulls over next to you, and the other cop cars sort of stay back for a little bit, and he waves them away, sort of like piss off. And they take off. It's just you and the big rig crap. He walks up next to the driver's side door. He's got 6 holstered pistols on his leg, which is kind of excessive when you think about it, because crabs can't use guns. He kind of bangs on the door.
Like to roll down my window. What can I do you for?
What the hell do you mean, what do you do for? You are in violation of several ecological protection ramifications that you have. You left an entire pallet of ice cream on the highway. We have a 20-car pileup behind you.
Did we? Grabby, is that something we did?
Let me check the back.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I check. I get out of the car, and I walk over to the back. Is it open?
No.
The back's still closed, officer.
Well, that don't mean nothing. You could have closed it after you put it on.
Officer, why would we dump an entire pallet of ice cream on the highway?
Because you're careless. All crab truckers is careless. Got one thing on their mind, it's getting to their delivery spot. They don't care about nothing else or no.
Yeah, speaking of, I got a delivery I need to make. Can we wrap this up real quick?
What did I fucking tell you? You son of a bitch. He rips off the door of your big rig.
Hey, that costs like $5.
He's gonna try to fight you. I'm gonna dispense some dessert justice on you. Some dessert justice.
That's tenuous.
Give me some fight rolls.
Alright, well, I think that's just 2d8 from me. I'm fast. Can I get the upper hand on him that way?
Sure. He's way down by his 6 pistols.
Alright. So that's a 12, Crab Master.
Alright. You take your one crab claw and you sort of, how do I describe it? You grab the middle where his crabby face is. And what are you going to do?
Scream, I'm a veteran, you can't treat me this way. And try and huck him off to the side.
Alright. You huck him off and he sort of lands on his back. And his crab legs are sort of wiggling. It'll take him a while to get back up.
I learned how to do that in the war.
Well, we got the delivery to make, officer.
I gotta
Yeah.
go with my partner on this one. It's time for some dessert. Dessert. So let's fight.
Oh, I'm fighting one too?
Yep.
Well, you know what? There's a guy on the ground on his back. He's I think I'm gonna hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Cool. Oh,
Brutal.
he dodges out of the way as the upside down crab sort of skids along down into the desert. But he's still coming for you.
Johnny Little Hill.
Grab it. Stab him.
I tried to stab him.
All right, let's see if you both can tag team him with
All right.
a fight roll for each. He'll have a crab disadvantage because he doesn't have peripheral vision.
It's a 10 for me.
Oh, yeah, you got him. How are you gonna attack?
Well, I was stabbing him.
Really? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, I take a very, 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 very small knife, and I stab him right in the rib.
Crabs don't have ribs.
Right in the
I stab
ribs.
him right in the carapace, right between the plates.
What are you doing, Johnny?
I'm gonna try to get him opening for that, like scuttling and flailing my one claw. Try to get him to look at me so that Johnny can or so that Grabby can stab him.
All right. Well, he's been stabbed and he gets a little panicked. So he sort of scuttles off in that amazingly fast way that crabs move sideways off into the desert in the other.
Leaving a trail of blue blood as he goes, I assume.
Absolutely.
Well, we got to go, Johnny.
Yes, indeed, Grabby.
We get in the truck.
Oh, good thing that problem's completely solved.
Yeah, it'll never come back to haunt you. How's your digestive system doing, by the way?
I hold it for a bit longer.
Yeah. Everything's fine.
All right. So that whole altercation took about an hour and 15 minutes or so. What with all the passing exits of crab cars and a crab trucker, which you've now left on the road behind you.
It's fine.
It'll be okay.
Oh. So the radio sort of pulls in a little bit of static, and you hear what's currently playing. Sounds like it's out of some kind of B movie. And it also looks like the sun's starting to sag a little low in the sky. It seems to face you no matter where you turn your eye stalks or your crab face. It's a little weird for the sun to do.
Grabby, do you ever feel like we're entering some kind of psychedelic experience?
I don't think I know what that word means.
That's okay, Grabby. They don't call you vocabulary, McStabby, I suppose.
Well, reading's like grabbing with your eyes, and speaking's like stabbing with your mouth.
I appreciate
But
the
I
attempt.
never was much good at it.
Did I ever tell you how I lost my claw, Grabby?
many times.
It was on an amusement park. I rode the teacups. 2 of the teacups came off and smashed into the knife display nearby. And as I was getting up, because we're covered in, a thick keratinous exoskeleton, I looked up and I saw falling from the sky one of the cars from the nearby roller coaster. And I dodged out the way of that. Scared the bejesus out of me. And I smashed my face into a rock. And I woke up a couple hours later and it was gone. Really makes you think, huh? It's just how life is, Grabby.
Well, as captivating as that story, I'm more concerned about that light there in the distance.
That's the sun, Grabby.
The sun begins to lower in the sky, and it seems like it's touching down in the desert.
Grabby, does the sun normally do that?
I don't reckon, Johnny.
Well, let's keep going and hopefully it doesn't get in the way of our delivery.
All right. As you drive by the sun, which is now on the ground in the desert of Death Valley, the sand turns to glass as you pull up next to the sun, which is a lot smaller than the sun ought to be, if you knew anything about suns.
Which we don't.
It's about the size of like the Epcot. But you can just drive on by it if you like.
Is it putting off any heat?
Yeah, a metric foot ton.
I'd like to put on a second pair of sunglasses.
You're gonna reach out to your sunglass holder with like 30 pairs of sunglasses.
Yes. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Matt?
I was gonna say, do you reckon that's one of them nucleotide things?
Could be. Could be.
Are we halfway past it yet, or is it still getting hotter?
You are starting to leave it behind you.
I hope it doesn't melt all of our ice cream.
Well, you can definitely hear the AC kicking on back in the back.
Excellent.
So that weird event down.
I'm afraid the Mysteries of the Sun will have to wait for another day, Crabmaster.
It's true. A little chime starts to ding from your dashboard, and it looks like you are low on fuel.
Crab. Do we see
Oh, wait. I guess I can pull down the map. He's driving, so I'm navigating. Where's the next pit stop, Crabmaster?
All right, in the Almanac of Crab Deontology, you see up ahead a gas station at the next exit named Gas at a Price, which seems to be a bit redundant considering the proliferation of capitalist inclinations upon the modern crab mindset.
Thank you, Crabmaster. I would like to steer us towards gas at a price.
All right, so you pull up, take an exit, pull up, and you see a gas station with an old-fashioned fuel attendant, just like Mom used to. Except this one is a great old big tube worm in a fuel barrel between the pumps, sort of lazily wiggling back and forth.
like to pull off to the station and go, hey, fill her up.
So it starts to pulsate up and down, and it sort of pulses towards the building itself, which could mean that you're supposed to head inside to pay, or it's having a conniption. I mean, tube worms are very hard.
I got it. Well, Johnny, just you watch the truck. I got this.
For sure.
And I will go and pay inside the gas station.
There's a sign on the door which says, enter by twos or enter not at all. For no reason.
Enter by two. I pull out my crab claw and I count 1 claw, 2 claw. Hey, Johnny, I think we both gotta go.
No, all right. I'll head over and enter with Grabby.
All right. I only say that because it'd be a lot without. But all right. So inside is a very interesting. Inside this dark and carpeted gas station, behind a giant desk is a giant isopod with big, cheap, plastic googly eyes on its upper. Aside from that, which is totally normal, it gives you a very creepy vibe, what with all the skeletons strewn about and dark red stains on the carpet. Carpet in a gas station is just so...
Yeah, I can't believe there'd be carpet in a gas station. Really gives you the willies.
Feels unnatural, Johnny.
It sure does. I'm gonna go find Little Crab's room. I'll be right back.
I'll go up to the counter to pay. We're filling up that there crab truck in number 2. You can put it on the Moss card.
Oh, we don't take no cards here, but I'll be happy to fill your truck up for a price. We'll get Alex up there to pump your gas when we're done. But you know, we need to hear your truth as a kind of payment here. Once your friend gets back from the bathroom, we'll start. And the bathroom that you're in is also carpeted.
Ah!
It's also very, very cold for a
Oh,
place in the middle of the desert.
Well, it must just be right beside the AC.
Must be.
So, what kind of payment do you take here? Moss card not good enough?
Oh, not here. We stopped taking them capitalist inclinations many years ago. Now we go for deontological truth and forms and, you know, all kinds of Aristotelian kind of concepts.
Come again?
Right, you're a crab trucker, huh? I just like knowing things about people. That's payment enough for me.
I assume I'd get back right around now.
All right.
Alright,
So let me ask you, Crabs, a question. What's your favorite food and what do you like about it? The googly eyes.
Whatever's
on his,
directly in front of me, because it's there.
I like beer.
Beer's
It's
not
like-
food, Grabby.
It's like bread, and you drink it.
It's a beverage.
Ah, this is good. He sort of claps his little bitty isopod feet. Little clacking. Very well, very well. Now, if you could go anywhere for a visit, where would you go?
I don't really, never really thought about.
Vegas. They got slots.
I suppose I'd go to Tahiti.
Tahiti.
Sounds like a fun place.
Maybe catch the
Alright.
Crab Street Boys show while I'm there.
God. His googly eyes sort of lightly glow green. Okay, great. What would you like to be better at doing?
Trucking?
Well, sometimes I grab things, sometimes I stab things. But it would be really good if I could also, you know, uh, well, I actually don't think I need anything else.
Simple crab. That's very nice. Thank you. I do have a gift for this last question. Whoever gets the closest will. How many pints of gas do you think that rig will hold?
246.
Uh, 7?
Well, technically, Grabby McStabby is closer. Because the answer is 120.
Son of a bitch.
That's wow. Okay. Ah, all right. So Grabby, this lovely isopod, who's definitely a safe and friendly person, hands you this oddly shaped package wrapped in brown paper and. All right, now, thank y'all for coming and sharing your secrets. Do you have a customer rewards card?
I don't believe so.
Would you like one?
I think I'll pass.
What's involved? Because, I don't want to pay any hidden fee.
Oh, no fees, no fees. No fees.
What's the rewards points used for?
Six Flags tickets.
Ooh, I like Six Flags.
Great.
8 Flags is better.
He goes over to one of the skeletons on the floor. He takes off both of their femurs and hands you each. Lovely. Thank you for your custom.
I don't think this will fit in my wallet.
They make great hood ornaments.
Yeah, we should.
Grabby McStabby kind of shrugs and says, "Thank you." I'll go back out the truck.
Yeah. You know what I miss? Houston Astro World. Now there was an amusement park, I tell you what.
Long as it ain't covered in carpet, I'm good to go.
All right. Walking outside, you hear a bell above Alex, the tube worm, ring from a string that sort of leads into the shop, which makes him go absolutely bonkers crazy, going bumping up, and as fuel begins to spurt from the gas pump. You
Christ,
better quickly stick it into the truck.
I thought you were going to say from his mouth. I really thought you were going to say from his mouth.
No, he's the pump system.
It would not be out of place here with this weird carpet and stuff, you know?
I'm going to grab it and stab it into the fuel intake.
The worm?
Well,
No,
the thing that we're supposed to stick in.
The fuel, handle thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the pint counter goes up and up, which this gas is measured in pints, and it stops at 120.
Thank you kindly.
Alex sort of bobs up and down and makes a squishing noise.
I like to put my what was it, a femur?
Yeah, that's the customer rewards card.
I'm looking for a place to stab to make sure it doesn't go nowhere.
he suggested the hood, I guess.
Okay, I go over to the hood, and I don't know how intact our truck is at this point, but it's got a new hole in it. As I stab the femur through, I like poke it with my claw, I stab the hood, and then I stick the femur in it.
What are you going to do with the other femur?
I'm just going to chuck it in the back of the cab.
All right. You've got a single human femur sticking out of the hood of the semi. Easy peasy. You're heading back on the road. You go ahead and do. And of course, Scrabby McStabby has this wrapped package as
well. I'll open it.
All right. It's sort of damp in a weird way, but inside is a commemorative plate. It looks like it's celebrating some recent victory of Crab Earnhardt. It's probably worth a lot to the right.
Huh. I put it in the glove box. The one that smells like eggs.
Yeah. All right. So these endless hours of the road are almost at their end. The sun has long since passed from the rearview mirror, as it is currently sitting in the day, and it's dark outside. But at the very least, you can start to see these lights in the middle of a wide open plain in the desert. That's probably your destination.
Lordy, I hope so.
You breathe a sigh of relief, but you hear the sound of an engine behind. These lights in the distance start to grow brighter and brighter, flashing blue and red.
Hey, Johnny, I think those law enforcement types are back.
Jeez. Think they have anything better to do than tailgate us?
I think they also shooting at us too.
He's right. The dings of distant pistol bullets are somehow hitting your truck. If you could see in the dark past headlights, you might figure out how a crab could shoot a gun, but not today.
Oh, jeez, Johnny, I don't mean to alarm you, but I never had a chance to go to the bathroom.
Gravy, that's the worst thing you've ever told me. Hang on. I'm gonna hit the gas.
All right. So you have some of those on your big rig. One of those like bright, ungodly, should be illegal LED halogen kind of light. So you see really far ahead. Up ahead in the distance, there is what looks like a big fissure cutting across the road. Some kind of fault line, sinkhole, or maybe it's just a sand. But either way, you're going to have to jump it somehow.
Johnny, I don't think I can hold it.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'd like to hang my rear on the side of the door, and I just can't hold it anymore. So we're just gonna spray it all over the room. And that Taco Tuesday stuff can be mighty slippery.
Okay, all right. That happens.
Krabby, I need you to know that I hate you a little bit.
Have you ever played a racing game where there's like an oil slick?
Yeah.
That happens.
Oh. To the
The
cops?
big rigs sort of.
How many cars pile up?
It's just the big rig.
All right.
So you're still going real fast, but there is definitely still that huge gap in front.
We're going to jump this poorly maintained infrastructure.
Stab the gas, Johnny. Stab it for your life.
I'm stabbing.
All right. First thing, we got to make sure you can accelerate fast enough to make this. So give me a try.
That's 3d8 because I'm a driving crab. That's 12.
Good enough. Good enough. Now, how are you going to launch the truck into the air?
Is there some sort of convenient ramp-shaped dirt pile nearby?
Not today.
Wait. Maybe we can build something. How big are the doors of our truck?
Oh, they're huge.
We're missing one, unfortunately.
Yep.
Well, I'm a fan of symmetry myself. Is there a way I could potentially, I don't know, use it as a ramp? Like, just kind of toss it up ahead?
Well, you are good at lifting, right?
Grabbing and stabbing. And, throwing is just another form of stabbing. You've got to release at the right time.
All right. Let's see how you do it. Tell me how it's going to happen.
Well, I see them boulder up ahead, just off the side of the road. I say, Johnny, if we aim for that boulder, with a little bit of help from this door, I think we might be able to make a ramp to kind of get ourselves. Do you trust me?
I guess. Do it, Grabby.
Good enough. I rip off the door and I aim as we get closer and closer, and when the time is right, I throw it at the boulder to try and make a makeshift ramp.
All right. Give me a throw, or as it's known in the West, a distance.
That's a 10.
That's I'm gonna say that's good enough. All right, so you throw the truck door onto the boulder. It makes a ramp, and you drive over it and sail over the gap in the road. And you're not gonna make it just yet. It sort of starts to sink downwards as the walls sort of close in. Got one last chance to get it over this gap.
Are there any buttons we haven't pushed yet? Worth our credit, we didn't find the one that turned it off. Can I just start stabbing buttons every?
Sure. Give me a D4.
One of these buttons got to do something.
You push a button, and a bunch of balloons spill out of the engine compartment. But they're not tied to the truck, so they just kind of float away.
Ah, I forgot to tie the balloons.
Wasn't that our airbag, Johnny?
Maybe. I wasn't really clear on like last time. But anyway, I'm gonna mash the gas and try to accelerate us with the exhaust.
All right. Give me a drive.
14.
All right. So the truck, as it's falling down the canyon walls, it hits the opposite side, and the tires get a grip on the side, and it starts to crawl up like a crab. You pull up onto the road ahead. It's a straight shot now, Haas.
Yeah.
Nice driving, Johnny.
Nice throwing, Gravy.
Pulling up to this big party, you see a drop-off point, and it's got a massive party full of very weirdly dressed crabs. There's a loading dock next to some kind of big wooden sculpture of a crab that looks like it's ready to be set on fire.
Awesome. I'd like to pull up to the loading dock.
Awesome. A bunch of...
I was going to say, are the authorities still on our tail?
Nope, they're still not after you. You might have lost them.
Nice.
We have successfully arrived at Burning Crab.
So, unloading your cargo, a team of teamsters of octopi unload your cargo simultaneously. You feel the blessing on high from Miles, the crab goddess, as you have completed your job. But yet, you are at a party.
I would like to
What
go
would
find
you...
some booze.
That's not hard.
I would like to
There.
consume said booze.
You begin the great consuming.
I also grab a beer, and I say, Johnny, I'm glad you're my partner. And I hold out the beer for a toast.
I'm glad you're my partner too, Grabby. Even if he shits down the side of our truck. And I'll clink my glass.
Fantastic. You may not have known this, but completing these missions from the crab goddess imparts upon you a sort of divine favor. You might
Like money?
like whatever you want, kind of like a wish spell. What would each of you crabs wish for?
Shit, man, I don't know.
I know what I wish for. Another awesome day of grabbing and stabbing.
I guess all I'd really wish for is a full tank of gas and an exotic destination.
Those are the right answers. All right. That is Crab Road Truckers.
That was fucking weird.
That was weird, but fun.
Well, thank you for DMing for that Crab mastering that for us, Aster.
Totally. It's meant to be a weird game.
Oh, you managed that. Yeah, if any of our viewers want to play that, you can find it over at 1D4chan. There'll be a link in the YouTube description wherever this ends up there. And, yeah, I guess I'm going to leave you guys in the capable hands of Scraticus Academy, unless Matt or Aster, you guys have anything to say?
No, awesome time. Thank you again, Crab Master Aster. Yeah, see you later, guys.
Thanks for tuning in.
Good night, everybody.